first thing you notice when you come into Coatesville are burned down houses. There's one that's next to a church. There's another house where an 83-year-old woman who had survived a Nazi work camp died in a fire. There's an entire city block that's been burned to the ground. And this tiny, struggling town is suffering from this epidemic of arsons, and the people are very much afraid.
No one knows if these guys are caught, or if this thing is over, or if it's just a couple of fires, or they're just taking a break. They're not sure. We don't think it's over.
Don't think it's over.
I don't think it's over.
Are you still scared?
Of course. Yeah, I heard fire engines yesterday and get chills. And I didn't get burned out. I didn't have a fire, but it affects everybody. You hear a fire engine now, the first thing you think is, oh, someone set another one.
The stuff that they was using, you just can't buy over the counter. You have to have some type of license to get this stuff, these flammable liquids. So, people think that it's, it is racially motivated, and now that everything's come to the light, they arrested these individuals, and they all, of Caucasian descent, So now people starting to say, okay, well, they trying to burn the blacks out of Coatesville.
Since this rash of fire started, I've been sleeping downstairs, and we got a couple pit bulls in the house, Usually somebody's around, they'll start barking. It could be like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'll get up and walk around and look out back to make sure nobody's there, because it makes you a little insecure, the way things are. You never know. It could be you.